Don't care. Hey everybody, welcome back to part two, section two, step two in our process. Step two in our sales process here is information gathering. Okay, so depending on which side of the business you're on, if you're in the Virtual Wolves office in El Salvador or in one of our stateside offices, it's going to look a little bit different for you. The goal is slightly different, and the level of detail and the number of questions that you're going to ask are going to be different. Okay. The reason for that is the stateside individuals, we're developing a relationship, right? We're setting ourselves up to determine what presentation to present to the client, what products are going to best fit the client, and making and managing that reputation and that trust ultimately is extremely important. Okay, if not the most important thing. So, in my humble opinion, information gathering is the single most important part of the sales process. You have two ears and one mouth. You should use them proportionately. So, we're going to spend some time here. All right. But just as a basic review, our sales process starts with an introduction. That's who you are, what you do, where you're from, why your product's different, why you are better than the competition, and why the buyer is special for having the opportunity to work with you. Okay. After that's established, which we do an introduction, your pitch, right? We went over 3 of them yesterday. Then you're going to go on to the information gathering stage, which information gathering, in order to get information and gather information from someone, we're going to use what? Qualifying questions. Okay, questions. So, guys, I want you to, with the scripts and the qualifying questions that you have, each one has been meticulously crafted for a specific effect. And we'll go through line by line, word by word, why they're so important to be said in a certain way. But as with everything else, at least everything else that with us, until you become it, don't try and deviate from it. There's no room for that, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get in here. Now, guys, we pitch standing up, right? Pitch standing up because of the energy and the inflection that comes with standing and being on our toes. So when we get an objection, that's the same deal. We're going to rebut standing up, energetic. However, when we're going into the information gathering phase, okay, which for most of you is going to be the question at the end of your pitch, is fax or email in one case, or is your email still at gmail.com? You spell it, whatever. At that stage, you're going to sit down. The reason you're going to sit down here is it's going to enclose and tighten your diaphragm. It's going to take your tone and your tempo down. Okay. It's going to give you that counselor voice. It makes it a lot easier for the buyer to talk to. Okay. Now, so main part here. What is the stage we're in? Information gathering. What's the step we're in? Information gathering. What's the most important part of the sales process? Information gathering. And we're no longer standing. We're sitting down in our counselor voice. How does that make you feel? Okay. Before we get to the specific questions, I'm going to pause right here. Make sure that sinks in.